Now this is the real important point. The term, you go to the internet, you go to Google, you go to YouTube. This is the source here. But anyway, Allah is my witness. I don't care. May Allah protect me. May Allah protect me even from these resources. Satan, devil, demons, angels. I don't care. Allahumma protect me from this. So it's a point. The thing I'm trying to say is, really, the term New World Order. You go to the Google search engine, any search engine. You go to the YouTube. You go to the library, and you search for the books or articles, anything about New World Order. I'm gonna add something here for you. I need you to listen to it about the royal family. I mean, even president, leader, important people who are conspiracy theory. The president of America, George Bush Senior. All these people have mentioned the term New World Order. Listen, I'm not gonna say a lot. New World Order have something to do with a coming world, a plan. The devil is there. Well, the devil is there in China. The devil is there with Russia, with the communists, CCP, with what they're doing there. Look at this. Look here with the so-called Shiite in Iran. The devil is with the. Oh yeah. In Africa and some cults. Oh yup. Yeah. The devil is working. Who is controlling this planet? Muhammad controlling this planet. Muhammad is in paradise. Who's controlling this? It's all about the sword and killing and no. Just give me my territory and fuck. Anyway, listen to here. This is not about the religion, okay? It's about the Messiah. No, it's nothing. Hey, easy. No, let's focus. Let's focus. Easy. I'm calling for a secular world filled with humanitarian attitude and equality and democracy. But you need to show respect to certain things. You know what? This is not about my personal case. Let's go to the topic. I'm tired. I need to explain it there. Shut up. So, there is a plan. There is a goal. Now, regardless, good or bad, the devil is behind it or not. And there is a lot of those who are either calling themselves Jews, calling themselves Christian. The names, you can even add names, Masonic, you give any name you want. Whatever. It's have something to the Jews, whatever. The point is that this world, they want it to happen. This royalty in Gulf State, either they know about this, but they are just enslaved. And they want the best position that they can have in the future. Or they don't know about it. I mean, the royalty here definitely know. I'm sure that they know. The new world order, the world order that they want to impose on planet Earth with globalization. They are facing problem here and here and here, but everyone have agenda. But the world order is a goal with a huge facility supporting it, with a huge, even if it's not direct, even if it's showing itself, with the huge resources and a power to control the mind of masses. Okay. Regardless, a certain level here and a certain level here, and there is rejection and there is resistance, and regardless, that world that they want, there will be no royal families. When will it happen? When will it be? No royal family. What about the Windsor? We are talking about a great royal family here. Very, very, very respectable royal family. Well known. They have their connections. You can mention things about the royal family there in the Middle East, royal family here, whatever, in Africa, North Africa, royal family in Africa, royal family in Asia, Japan, empires, whatever. But come on. In Europe, in the West, even in the West, Spain, Sweden, Northern, whatever, these, England, there will be no royal families. If they accept the change, they will be shown respect. they will be considered a respectable bloodline. Like, for example, the Windsor bloodline. Do they have a throne? No. And that New World Order? No. We are descendant from the royal family, yes. As much as you give to this, I don't want to mention any devil dark, as much as you will find a place. I can understand what Saudi Arabia is doing to certain some royal family there in Gulf, say, like for example, they know that this change will happen. They change, and this change, there is change, and change. This change will happen and accurate. There will be royal family in this planet. Globalization has something to do with it. The term globalization. I'm not talking about the economy market. I'm talking about everything. It will need time. Now, is it gonna happen? Is not gonna. This is the work in Quran. فتنافسوا, تنافسوا, فليتنافس. Muhammad peace be upon him is talking about competition. تدافع. At the end, God will protect the world, and it will have something with the calculation on Judgment Day, individual to individual. But there is a plan. There is a group that want the world. Someone would say, I can resources and things, whatever. I can offer you. I can offer you the following. What is the following? I can offer you the following truth. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm gonna give you this truth. Okay, I'll listen to you. The Jews have something to do with it, Tariq or you. Oh, really? Yeah, because they believe that there's... then you're talking about a certain cult. Nothing. Okay, fine, a certain cult that they want to name Judea. Fine. What does this certain cult... That's why you see a lot of people converted Judea, famous, whatever, marriage into Rothschild, Windsor. Okay, that there is good people, things that there will be a king. Now you go to the New World Order, so-called Christian, so-called Jew, it's a crusade. Okay, the term New World Order always in a connection, slight or huge connection to what they call and proclaim that is Christianity or Judea. With what's happened in the Middle East since establishing the so-called Israeli state, going and invading illegally Iraq. I'm not going to talk about Afghanistan. I'm not going to talk about empowering the so-called Chad. This comes with it. Though Afghan needs story to be explained. But with the reflected change that occurred from the Soviet Union till the American coming to it for 20 years. And the Soviet Union is at the 80s, or the 70s to the 80s, with creating Taliban and pushing Al-Qaeda and establishing it in Afghanistan. But the thing يا أخي والله أنا تعبان ترى دقيقة. What I'm trying to say right now, that in Judea they believe that there is a Messiah to come, and that Messiah is the real come. I'm not talking about Jesus. I'm not talking about the Messiah of the Muslim, the real true Messiah of the Muslims. Regardless, if I have problem with half of the population of Muslim, this has nothing to do or not. Because unjust issues, or because they are not complying, or because they don't. This is another topic. Others are kafir, infidel, disbelievers, hellfire. Okay, conscious God is the final decision maker. Easy. I'm not here defending Shisma. I'm not here preaching about Islam. Look at Muslims, man. Look what some Muslim did that to you. I'm not arguing in this. You might say, what are you saying? Continue. Some will put it here. Some. I'm just answering you. I'm playing your mind. No, I'm just answering your mind. They believe that there is a Jewish Messiah, Daniel, peace be upon him, because they know that their God have nothing to do with Islam. Are you talking about the middle level Hakams, Jews? No. Specific stealer of the Judean faith, and who took those Guhina and created the so-called Zionist movement, and then created Nazism, and then brought the Jews and protected the word of the Chachams and the rabbis, the so-called Chachams and so-called, so that they will legitimize establishing the so-called Israel until that level. Now, 10 years, 20 years, 70 years, once it's there, those Guhim, rabbi, Chacham will be faked. Okay, the anti-Zionists from the other way, the so-called anti-Zionists, those who call themselves anti-Zionist Jews, they are smart to recognize it, but they are fighting, they're weak. No, I'm not gonna, not all of them, definitely. And these people who call themselves anti-Zionists, they are looking at Daniel. They are looking at the Torah, and they are saying, duh, you know what, we're waiting for Messiah. We can respect Jesus, cross, no. Pigs, no circumcision, no tathir, things. Okay, we are not doing exactly, but you know what? We want to call yourself Jews. We're not going to cause trouble to anyone, and God is the final decision maker. Oh, the Muslim are we worship Allah, their God. You know, their God is our God. Is Allah. He's the only God. Muhammad, we respect him. Anti-Zionist Jew. We have no right to establish a so-called Israeli state. Definitely, we know that's nothing to do with our faith. Do you understand? Those who are stealers, criminal, they choose hellfire, and they choose to help the devil. Look at the so-called Hindus right now, allied to the so-called Israeli states against Islam. Now I'm not going to talk about this. Now let's return back. It has something to do with my personal case, by the way. Honestly, directly and indirectly. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Alive or after my death? Now, this is not to you to decide. It's him, the final decision maker, to decide. God. What I'm trying to say is that rushed. What I'm trying to say here. What I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say that this world order is connected to some sort of cults. For us to achieve that, okay, what about China? Again, so I'm not defending them. What about the so-called Shia? I understand, but this is a very important, this is a big, huge, dark power. It's working. You can say that it's processed. Its work is in America, in England, in Europe, in the West. I'm not going to go to the oligarchy, the rich businesses and things, hidden things in China, India. Look at Tony Blair, Kissinger. You know what? This all comes with it, but there is a satanic dark group, a religion. So honestly, it's a religion. Like the so-called Hindu, so-called work, the devil is working it through a specific class of human being who are rich, more access to things. Yeah, understand me? Now, me, the personal case of mine, honestly, what is the word? Judge and make me affect my judgment. It makes me far worse, not angry. Horrible in my judgment. Now, regardless, worldwide. This is before Allah, and He's the final decision maker. But the point I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to هذا لي فقط ما له أحد. لي ما له أحد. أنا ما لي علاقة الله يقال أنا وش تقول دق شكل. What I'm trying to say, I'm nothing and I'm مسكين بور فقير لله. So, I'm not gonna say things that I don't want to say. Definitely, I'm focusing. I'm not saying anything against this community guideline. These who call themselves these. I'm not gonna talk how ignorant, arrogant a lot of them, and how they are not obedience to the word of God and contradicting the word of God, though it is manipulated through the 2,000 years and even before the Messiah, son of Virgin Mary. Those who call themselves Jews. 1 second. There is some sort of cult, satanic cult, and they want to relate. Okay, and they want to relate it to the so-called Christian, so-called Judean faith, especially within the last decades, to impose more legitimate power, more legitimacy to the power and the waves of convincing the masses with it. But the Israelis, but the Jews are there. See, Saddam said, the Nebuchadnezzar, the Torah said, the Bible. There is a lot of so-called Christian. It's all part of the end times. Muhammad explained the end time, not the fucked up things she's got. But anyway, so I'm not defending Muhammad. Hey, you wanted secular, just give everyone his right, and I will show you the most respect that you deserve, more than you deserve, and you please respect me what I deserve. That's it. No, you don't. If this, and don't trust don't trust yourself how did respect do you deserve? And I was just, I don't want to go to this point. I don't. Let's go to the other point. So these cults believe that there is a God, and they reach a level. I'm not gonna go to those who reach a level where they're dealing with the devil himself, honestly. And Satan convinced them that there is no God, or the God have a spiritual power and he can proclaim, and it's the choice of human. David, there is a lot of God. Now let's focus on this. There is a Messiah. That Messiah is the real King, and we cannot reach that level, which is a faith, with all proofs spiritually concerning it, with these crazy nuts. You can want to call them crazy. Shall we call them crazy nuts? Regardless how powerful or weak their finance, or those who are joining them for a need and there they are absolutely committed, or those who just believe in things or crazy. We can go to those who call themselves Buddhists, those who call themselves Hindus. We can see different type of craziness. Those who call themselves Shiite and others here and there, the cults here and there, or even the criminals who are contradicting. I'm not talking about reaction like Daesh and things like that, Qaeda and things. No, I'm talking about the fuckers in Gulf states. I mean, what they're doing. Really, some of them are saying that he represents Islam and he's fucking manipulating the word of God. It's not manipulated, but he's manipulating the word of God so that he would. I'm fine. I'm gonna give it a conclusion. That word, I think I said enough. If someone is interested, let's focus on the real life, as we said. But there is honestly a plan for this. And this is the new world order. A unity for most of the. I'm not going to talk about end time, antichrist. No, I'm talking about the connection with this Messiah and all this so-called Messiah and all so-called Messiah. They can with the King. So there is names. All and the connection, because at the end there will be one anti-Messiah. He's not the real Messiah, taking people to hellfire. And the schools are reforming itself. I have no time to explain the schools of the dark groups. What I'm trying to explain, Bismillah. What I'm trying to explain is what I am trying to explain is that, as a conclusion, once they start getting close to this world which they refer to as New World Order, there ain't gonna be any royal family in this planet. Most of the world will be unity, politically, finance, economically, educationally. Talking about 500 million, the population of the world. People are saying within 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, there will be a nuclear war, and 1 billion of the human race will be whipped because of this war. 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, it will reach that level with China and Russia and the West, because it's the end. It's an interest. At the end, do we accept to become a second after we are the first? And others who say we should not be second anymore after you took the lead and being a first class for decades. It's time for us. It's fair and square. For example, now China, not Russia. Russia is second or third, but he want to be bully for his own reasons. I mean, something to do with self-esteem to a certain level with the Russian. So some spiritual. With China, we earned it. So allow us. Fair and square. You understand me? And they don't. We created you. You are first. Okay, we can be first number B. Honestly, the Chinese want to be the first. And I'm not going to talk about proof. I mean, the emperor sent. At the end, he burned the spirit. The devil. When the devil say, "You stop. Don't make anything." Now the devil is going. Come on, China, out. But the devil at the time with the angel. Prophet Muhammad saying, do not fight them first. If they fight you, and the emperor said, burn all ships. We don't want to go outside. We're enough here in China. Before, this is before. Now, of course, Muhammad peace be upon him is receiving inspiration from God. The Chinese is inspiration, something to do with the so-called Buddhist, so-called Hindus, dark thing. Now, the devil, they're working them and possessing their mind is saying, no, not yet. The devil, the divine creature, God gave him. Someone, yeah, if someone, there is also, I'm not sure, this is a talk, I'm not gonna, the God of the devil is my God. People will say, exactly. The God of the devil is your God. The God of the devil is the God of all existence. He explained about the devil. Yeah. The devil is just a creature, regardless of his power. And this existence, exactly like me. Either he look light with light or dark. Someone said, a person who said, I think a tabi'een, it's all about tabi'een, which is the generation that did not see Muhammad, but because we cannot say it's hadith. And they start mentioning these things. And the generation that saw the companion of Muhammad. So one said someone wanted to marry that well known, her reputation is good. People are saying that she's beautiful. And he went to another man and he said, you are a wise person. What do you think about this woman? I'm gonna go and marry her. You okay? Hey, yeah. And he asked the one who wanted her the most. So someone was honestly gathering some money to go to her father and family with his mother. With this lady is for me, understanding? And all of a sudden, he's a friend of mine or someone. He said, "You're a wise man, and you always give. What do you think about this girl?" He said, "I swear to you, two men kisses her. I swear to you." I have received an information that two men have. He said, "I'll give you answer later." And he went, and then he met him after 2 days and 3 days. He said, "It is confirmed." And I'm sorry to say this, and I'm not a liar. He said, "Yes, you are. Two men, sure, confirmed, kissed her." Are you serious? Seriously, he said, "Yes." I listen. استر على أخوك، استر على أخوك، الستر استر على أخوك المسلم. The British. Let's cover it. I don't say any bad thing about any money. محسن تغفلات things. What I said, I am not gonna marry this woman. He went, and after 2 months, 3 months, the same guy who said two men kissed married her. And he was invited, and he said, "Hey, you said that there is two men. You confirmed that. Why you're marrying a ya akhi? You need a wife that you sure that she is not messing around with her tail. Treated by a wonderful, honorable, her father, an honorable girl, so that she would be your throne, protect you. It had something to do with the cultural." He said, "Okay, I didn't say anything." He said, "Two, man. This is how life." He said, "Yes, her father and her grandmother." And my mother went and asked her. And so she said to her, "Your grandfather, did he kiss you?" "Yeah, he used to kiss me when I was young. Not now, I'm old." "What about your father?" "My father, from time to time, he hugged me and kissed me." This is in Medina. After Muhammad treated them. Or in Damascus, or in whatever place. After Islam, this is after the end of the first century, after the death of Muhammad. I said, regardless, understand me. So where am I? I forget. Where am I? Devon, your daughter. We're going. Well, come on. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Let's return back. So, so the devil working it, whatever them. At the end, no royalty. When this word come, there will be no royalty. I'm not gonna talk about China. Khlas, finish. No royalty. Royal family, finish. That the world, that this specific group, light, dark, this is another story. The most less dark, light in comparison to other dark. Listen. dark and the others are worse dark. Others are less good, bad. I don't, this group is powerful. And this group is an operation. They're operating everywhere, starting from the West. Now, this group is one of, for me, one of the groups. This group has something to do with my personal case. So it's have nothing to do with religion. But I'm explaining about the religion. And I'm saying the truth. What I said in this video is the truth, A to Z. Okay, easy. Okay, fine. You can say it's not the truth. This is not the matter. Now, this group want us in the Ismailian land, in the future, to reach this level. This is one of the reasons why I have an issue with it. One of the reasons. Leave even my family issues and thing. It's case of the nation or whatever. It's a joke. They say in a certain city or in a certain country, what is the most confusing? They say in China, for example, in Japan, or in England, or in America, or some city, or some neighbor, or Russia, Eastern Europe. They say, what is the most confusing day in this neighbor, in this city, in this country, in any continent in this world? What is it? The answer is, yes, what is the most confusing day? Tell us. The answer for this for the joke, Father Day. Because no one knows his father. All men are busy. Everyone is fucking. The woman is like a bitch, female dog, fucking everyone from time to time. 2 months, she wanna fuck. 3 months, she wanna fuck. Man to man, nothing serious, just a fuck. A man jumping from a bussy to a bussy. Women are getting knocked, pregnant. They want to create this in the Ismailian territory for them to reach. Hey, other dark group are raping people, not trying to reach the but bravest, killing, occupying. The Westerns do it, but look at Middle East. I understand. I am only here explaining about this specific group. The New World Order. New World Order. New World Order. The show is finished.